All right. We got TCU visiting the BYU Cougars in Provo at 10:15 on Saturday night on ESPN. BYU is supposedly supposed to win this game. BYU has to bounce back from a tough loss in Lubbock versus Texas Tech, dog.
Mm-hmm.
They need to hang their head up. It's going to be okay. I got on my BYU blue. We repping today. Dog, we gotta fix this, yo. The third down conversions on defense, BYU's third down conversions in the country, they're number 19 in the country as far as defense.
Yeah.
But in the offense, they're 84th in the country on converting third downs. That polarity is not going to work, right? Because the defense is going to be too tired. This game, I really hope they've been working on third downs, right? BYU, we understand what has to happen. You have to be able to run the ball so you can use play action. Bear is very successful in play action.
No.
If they're not controlling the game with ball possession and running the ball, it starts to get tricky. And I'm pretty sure their coaching staff is very elite in my eyes, and I feel like they will be able to get this thing fixed. Because in TJ, what you got on this game, dog, this is a must win. Ain't no more losses. This is must win.
Can't lose anymore. This is a playoff game from here on out. We've been preaching the third down basically all year. I just feel like though, with the weapons and components they have over there, they should be good. But if they're not helping out the defense by at least extending drives and trying to get something. That's again, I was saying that Texas Tech last week, they might not have scored, but they would get a field goal. They might have to punt, but they get another field goal. They get another field. You have to get something, put something up to sustain drives and give the defense some type of breather so they don't be winded as much to be back out on a 3-and-out. I know it's conditioning is part of the game, but you also got to be realistic too, because you got to, a team of that caliber for BYU. It's like, man, we got to put some points on the board. But I know, like you said, with the coaching, I know they're gonna fix this. But again, we know what BYU has. We know what they are capable of. But you said it from last week. Don't let that game make or break you. Mm-hmm. You have to move forward. You got to put the visor on, and you got to move through this. But do not go in this game lackluster. Nah. Because this quarterback is not a game. He can play with the best of them as well. So they have some weapons over there. They have a good defense over there. And my thing is, I don't want them to go in lackluster and not and carrying on from last week. It's a new week, new momentum, a new way of thinking. But TCU, they got a receiver that's top 10 in the nation. They have that quarterback is top 20 in passing in the nation. So my thing is, you won't have to. This team is not a team to take lightly. How about that? You're gonna have to go in there, and you're gonna have to play, and you're gonna have to do what it takes to get the victory. Because I'm pretty sure they don't want you to go. They don't want you to move on. They trying to heartbreak. They trying to Shawn Michaels, the heartbreak kid. They trying to heartbreak. They don't want you to move on. But it's playoffs from here on out. But I know BYU has the components to get it done. But then when you got muffled punts, drop passes, 3-and-outs, all that stuff it's just a recipe to lose, and that's what happened last week. They couldn't regain themselves, and I'm sure this week they gonna get everything back rolling, but don't go in lackluster. Josh Hoover is nothing to play around with. Nothing to play around with. They got a good cast with them. They got some good linebackers over there as well. And they got a team defense as well. So let's make sure, you going in and you handling business, because, If they can start moving the ball and they get hot, they're a pretty tough team to stop. They got 2 stud receivers over there. I'm sure both of them will probably end up in the league. They are studs, and they got cast around them. Hoover the same way. So they got some cats over there, and you know from the beginning of this year, that game we went to and we seen them. So
Oh yeah.
the Carolina game, but man, they got some guys over there that's running around too. So this should be a good one. Like I said, 20th offense, 20th top 20 offense in the nation, TCU. So they can move the ball. But I have faith in that defense over there. They played stellar last week, man.
Yeah.
And they played they heart out. They did what they did what they had to do. So let's continue to roll this on in the week. And I'm sure they got a plan. You know, I'm not really too worried about that. They come in and do what they have to do. It should be a victory, but don't go in lackluster and hanging your head from last week. It's gone. It's over with. It's over
Yeah.
with.
Last week is in the past.
Yeah.
And first thing that jumps off on the screen for me with TCU is they're 107th in rushing offense, right?
Mhm.
So they don't run the ball, or they can't. So I would just play cover 2 the whole game and make them run me out of the cover 2. Play cover 2 the whole game. Might mix in some man on third downs, but play cover 2, man, until they can run you out of the defense, man.
Mhm.
We already know that BYU is very good on third downs on defense. They're ranked 19th in the country. Lean on your defense, but do not let them get tired out.
Yeah.
You're going to have to – BYU's recipe for success is running the ball, controlling the game, play action, take shots once you got them leaning when they running. If they lost last week because they ain't running the ball.
Mhm.
You got to run the ball even when they think you're going to pass. You just got to commit to the run. And they had some good runs last week on the edges, right? They had some good runs, but you got to keep running. Even if you're down 10-0, 13-0, you still got to run the ball 2 to 3 times in a row. Like, you just got to keep running the ball. That's your identity for BYU.
Yeah.
Run the ball. Bear is very, very successful in play action.
Yes.
Until they fix this third down thing, when he doesn't use play action and he's just dropping back to pass, it's been a problem the whole season.
Correct. And I did say something that was incorrect about the 20th in the nation. That was in another segment. But they are 50% on third down. That's 50% on third down. Not 20,
TCU?
but they're 50% on third down. So
yeah, I mean, TCU is top 15 in third down conversions on offense, and Josh Hoover is top 10 in the country in passing yards. So you're going to face a quarterback that's better than Morton, and you're going to face a receiver that was better than any receiver that was on Texas Tech.
all year. Mm-hmm.
And McAllister. McAllister is a dog. I seen him play live when they played Carolina, and he was going crazy.
Yeah.
Do I think BYU has the defense to contain him?
Yes.
He's gonna get his. He's gonna get off. They do, but he's gonna get his though.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's gonna make spectacular catches, and he's gonna get his. But TCU can't run the ball. Just make him. Whenever TCU goes 3 and out, BYU needs to score.
Mm-hmm.
I don't just like Texas Tech. I don't care if it's 3. I don't care if it's 7. You need to score. If the defense hold serve, make them give up the ball, make them punt the ball. BYU offense, we need to score.
Mm-hmm.
We need to score 3 or 7. You can't keep going 3 and out. You can't keep going 6 and out. Muffin punts, dropping passes.
Mm-hmm.
If BYU wants to be a playoff team, everybody got to step up. That's one good thing about a loss. When that loss stings, man, and it's going to linger, and it's either going to make you better or it's going to show who you really are. And I really think BYU has the fortitude and the coaching staff to be an elite team.
Yeah.
You are who your record says you are. You're 8-1, and you're 5-1 in the conference. You're number 12 in the country. BYU, you are a great team.
Yeah.
So at 10:15 on Saturday, they're gonna go out there and prove that they're a great team.
Yeah.
And they should handle business. And it should be money well spent out here in Provo, dog. For
Yes,
sure.
sir.
And that's how I feel about this game right here. All right, I'm moving right